yesterday was definitely a Monday. It wasn't really bad. I just kind of felt unprepared, honestly, for the whole day, and it was just one of those days where I was just kind of going with the flow. Didn't, like I said, feel really prepared or anything. So I ended up staying after school for at least a couple hours to plan out the rest of my week, to really get in focus and really make sure I'm prepared the rest of the week. I also didn't feel prepared just because I'm still trying to figure all this teaching stuff out in general. So my mom helped me with lesson plan because I didn't really go to school for this, so I didn't really learn how to do lesson plans or practice lesson plans or anything like that. So my mom's working through that with me. Thank goodness she's been teaching what she's been teaching for quite a while, because if she was new to or teaching something new, then it would probably be a bigger struggle because she couldn't help me as much. But my mom is awesome. Thankfully, she is able to help me, because if I didn't have her help like she's been helping me, it would be a struggle. So today is our first chapel day. We have chapel on Tuesdays, and what that means is we basically have like a small church service. So as soon as the kids get to school and we're all ready to go, we will go straight over to the sanctuary, because our school is connected to a church. Go straight over to the sanctuary, have our little service. Each grade says a Bible verse, so each week we learn a new Bible verse. The kids have to memorize it, and then they stand up in chapel, say it as a class, and then I also require them to memorize it and say it to me in person sometime during the day on Tuesday. Whether they want to say it in front of the class or whether they want to say it to me privately, I just ask that they memorize it and recite it to me on Tuesdays sometime during the day. And it's so fun to have chapel because, everyone's dressed up. The girls wear dresses, the guys wear nice pants, nice shirt, ties. It's kind of a fun thing for them to learn and do and dress up every once in a while. Get out of their comfort zone, because I know a lot of them probably don't want to dress up, me included. I'm not really the type of person that likes to dress up all the time, but it's nice to dress up every once in a while and just feel good about yourself and dress up. So it is Wednesday. This week has kind of been boring so far. I haven't had much vlogging to do yet. However, I'll probably have a lot to do tomorrow because we are not going to be going to school. We're not going to be doing school face-to-face. We are going to be doing a couple of virtual things. I sent packets home with the kids today after school, just because the reason we canceled school and the reason we're not having school tomorrow is because we have a very big hurricane supposedly coming. We aren't right near the coast, but we're still close enough to where after it hits the coast and starts going on land, it can still affect us in lots of ways. Mainly just like wind, things falling, probably a lot of rain, lightning, thunder, lots of things like that. So we could potentially lose electricity all over town, especially where I live. I don't live in town, and our internet is terrible anyways, but our electricity goes out pretty easily. So even though it's supposed to be virtual, I just sent packets home with the kids just because I don't know if everyone's going to have electricity. I don't know if everyone's going to have internet. And so it was just easier to have packets printed out and ready to go. They take them home. They work on them tomorrow. If we come back to school on Friday, great. If we don't, they still have work that they can do on Friday. And the reason we sent work home, or at least try to do something virtually, is because if we don't do stuff online, then technically we're not in school, and therefore we would have to make up the days at the end of the year. And because we already had to delay our start by a few days, we definitely don't want to be adding any more days. So therefore we are going to be doing class still technically the next couple days, even though we're not in class in person. So anyways, we canceled school for tomorrow. Weather is supposed to get pretty bad, so we try to keep everyone safe and just stay home so they don't have to drive in this crazy weather that is supposed to be happening tomorrow. So that is the plan right now. That is what is going on. No school tomorrow, which is kind of exciting in a way, I guess, just because I feel like I can have more of a breather maybe. and work a little bit harder on my lesson plans for next week, especially because my husband and I are planning on driving to Kansas this weekend to see one of his best friends that he grew up with, just visit with him and then his new fiance. He got engaged, I guess, about a month ago, but since he lives in Kansas, we haven't really been able to see him. So we are going to go visit him and his fiance for the weekend and hang out with them. So I definitely am kind of thankful for a day off, or at least a day that I'm not having to be at the school physically. I can work on lesson plans at home for next week instead of having to work on them this weekend because I'll be gone. So I am enjoying my day off right now. However, the weather did not turn out how we thought it would. Thankfully, it did not hit our area as strong as we thought it was going to. And so we really didn't get a whole lot of rain. We barely got any storms. I don't really think we even got any thunder or lightning. So thankfully, we didn't get any damage. We didn't lose electricity, so that's always a plus. However, Louisiana is pretty damaged. We actually have some family on my husband's side that their house, their business was pretty much completely destroyed. So just prayers on that they can get that back up and cleaned up and running, and just can't imagine what everyone's going through and in all those areas that were affected by this hurricane and all those things. I know it's going to be a long process. This hurricane was pretty big and pretty scary. Again, thankful that our area didn't get as affected as much as we thought we were going to, but just crazy, crazy, crazy times. Could 2020 bring anything else? Anything else? I don't think we need anything else right now. Right now I am working on a travel vlog. It was from our beach trip at the beginning of August, and I am just now getting to it, getting all the footage on my computer, going through it and editing it, adding music, all that stuff, making the video so I can put it on YouTube pretty soon, and then of course show my family so they can see our trip. I love making these videos of our trips because it means just so much more to me than just having some pictures. I really wish I would have started this a lot earlier, just because we've gone on so many trips and we've had a lot of events and just lots of different things that have happened in our lives, and having a video for it has just been absolutely awesome. So I do wish I would have gotten into this a lot sooner. However, I'm so thankful that I finally just decided to go for it and just try and do my best and just have fun with it. Friday again. Can't believe how fast another week of school has already passed, and I've already finished 2 weeks of school in my new job. It's so crazy how fast it's gone. and how fun it's actually been these first couple of weeks. I just haven't expected it to, I guess, really be this fun and be this enjoyable and just go smoothly like it really has. I just have to say that God is so amazing. He is absolutely, like, I can't even fathom how amazing he is, because thinking about my situation and the fact that I am working in a school, teaching in a school, something I never thought I would be doing, especially because I changed my major from education to something else because I was like, this is not for me. This is not what I wanted to do. And now God has brought me back to this area and placed me in this spot to do education. And even though it was hard, even though at first I was like, no, I'm not doing that, I'm not going to apply for the job, you know, it's not something I want to do, you know, after a while I was like, in the end, this isn't my plan, this isn't my life, this is God's plan for me, and if this is what he is leading me towards, if this is what I'm supposed to do, then I'll just go for it and see what he has in store for me. And I have been so blessed already these past couple of weeks, and I feel like it's just turned a complete opposite direction in a good way. Now, no, I don't really see myself being in education forever, or maybe in this specific spot forever, but right now this is what I need, and this is what God knew I needed. These kids that I've been teaching have such a huge part in my heart. My friend who is a teacher who was in education, she has been teaching for at least 3 years now, I think. She told me before I started, she was like, I will tell you one thing when it comes to education, when it comes to teaching, you will not think it's possible to fit as many kids in your heart or fit as many people in your heart as you are going to, but it is amazing, and it's out of this world that you can fit that many people in your heart and love that many people and want to take care of that many people and really just like teach those kids. Like it's just crazy, and I can't even obviously explain it right now because I'm running out of words and my brain can't even process what I'm trying to say. But at first when she said that, I didn't really understand what she was saying, and I was like, okay, yeah, I love kids, you know, I've always enjoyed kids. I grew up babysitting. The 2 girls that I nanny all the time are my absolute favorite kids in the world. I love those kids. I love those girls. But I never thought I could like fit more people in my heart. And ever since I started this job, I knew immediately, these kids, like I wish I could take them all home. Like that's how much I love them. Like I want to take care of them. I want to have fun with them all the time. I want to be around them, and I want to, you know, teach them what God has in store for them. Teach them about God's amazing creation. I think that's really what God's purpose for me right now is in this situation, is that these kids either need me or I need these kids. And I'm pretty sure in the scenario that I've just been in and been really confused and still trying to figure some things out, I needed these kids. Now, I may not be a teacher forever. I may not be in this position forever, and education itself may not be for me. But at this point in my life, what I'm going through and what I've been through, these kids are in my life for a reason, and I'm already feeling it. It's just amazing, and like I keep saying, I literally can't explain it. So anyways, now that I have probably made a long speech thing that I probably didn't have to, I'm headed home. I left early today so I could get home as soon as possible. I'm going to go home, pack everything for this weekend, and then my husband are going to try to leave town as soon as possible to head to Kansas to visit his friend for the weekend. Side note, this morning when I woke up and got dressed and did my morning routine, and then I went downstairs, my mom and I were wearing the same shirt. We did not plan it. We did not talk about it. But we are representing my cousin's husband, so basically my cousin-in-law. He just released his first album. He's a country singer. His name is Boone Dugan. So if you've never heard of him and you want to listen to his songs, he has amazing music. He is absolutely awesome on the guitar. He is so awesome. Go check him out on iTunes or Spotify or other forms of getting music. His name is Boone Dugan again, and he is absolutely awesome. But he just released his first album, and we were representing him today. Picture right here, you can see we were representing him today and letting everyone know how awesome he is. I am going to get off right now. I'm almost home, gonna go pack, and then we are headed to Kansas.